Today I'm talking to Harry Borden, who I first met in 1997 when I opened my first store on the King's Road, and he came to photograph me for Campaign magazine. Since then, he has become one of the UK's finest portrait photographers and currently has more works in the National Portrait Gallery than anyone else.
I mean, what I like, the type of pictures I like to take are, as I said, a record of the relationship I have with the person on the day, but they're not one note, so they basically have an ambiguity, they have a sort of mystery to them. There are pictures you see and they initially they look good, but what I like is a picture that looks good and then you keep looking at it and then it keeps revealing more and more, and it has that ambiguity, which is what I crave. It'll be different when it's black and white, but it's the same light, so it should be quite similar. It's about the same level of wideness. I think maybe it's gone a little bit wider. We'll do a couple of frames not so wide.
Do you like to kind of study what other photographers have done and different effects and how you get them, and is that something that you saw in photography elsewhere and thought, that would be interesting, I'll try that? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I assisted a photographer called Barney Edwards, who was at the end of the 80s, and he used to use ring flash, so I was aware of it. My belief is that technique is a sort of a means to an end rather than an end in itself. Yeah. And so for me, photographers, for instance, who fetishize using film, if a big part of what you do is assumed to be redundant technique, then you need to question what it is you're doing. And you sort of need to be looking up that way. Yeah, so we kind of replicate that same thing. And you've got your right hand was over your left. Okay, I think that'll be fine.
It's not got to be like exactly the same, otherwise you'd almost feel like it's a trick. Shoes are different, the beard's different, the glasses.
For me, photography is about how you feel, capturing intimacy and emotion, and we should all be sufficiently in control of the medium that it should be about more than actually obsessing about technique. So initially I was as nerdy as anyone else and sort of learnt my craft, but now I sort of feel that I'm in control of the medium, so I can sort of say something intelligent with it rather than just reveling in technique, because actually like filters on Instagram, it's better not to use them, because basically in 10 years' time your pictures will just look like pictures that were taken in 2017, because that's what everyone was doing.